Okay, the new subject today, managerial accounting. Okay, or we can say cost accounting too. Managerial accounting or cost accounting, all same. But here main point is, if we discuss the first part here now, what we are going to discuss now, first part, that part is covering all the syllabus. That's why you have to be very careful with this part to understand well. Okay, now see, if we take the managerial accounting, it can be divided into three major parts. One is material cost, second one is labor cost, third one is expenses cost. Okay, now if we take material cost, it can be divided into two. That means one is direct, another one is indirect. Okay, direct material cost, indirect material cost. We add these two, then we will get the material cost. Now labor cost, that also same like this, direct labor cost, indirect labor cost. Then expense cost also, direct expenses cost, indirect expenses cost. Now what is going to happen now? Here if you look at the direct cost, that means we can call this one direct cost. If you look at this one, you know now what is this now? Indirect cost. Okay, now what is direct material? We'll see now one by one to understand what is this. Okay, direct material, example now, if I want to produce the set, that material, that raw material, you can see from here. See, now we can see cloth, we can see the button, we can see the badge. Understood? Now if you can see these things, we call direct material. Indirect material mean the thing that we cannot see. Example, now cloth, if you want to stitch the set, we have to cut the cloth, right? We need the scissor. Can you see the scissor from this set? No, you cannot see. That means that scissor is supporting to produce the set. If the scissor is supporting to produce the set, mean that scissor is indirect material. See the needle. When you want to stitch the button, we need the needle, right? That needle, can you see? No. We cannot see. That is indirect material. Now see the different direct material, indirect material. Okay. Another example is table. If you take the table, wood table, you can see wood. You can see that the tree also direct material. Okay, paint, we are painting, that painting also direct material, but we are using the brush, right? Painting brush. That brush can be seen? No. Meaning that is indirect material. Clear? This is a concept that you have to understand very clearly. Okay. Second one is labor cost. Direct labor cost, indirect labor cost. Okay. What is direct labor cost? What is indirect labor cost? See, simple example, direct labor cost means the person who is producing the goods and services, then he will get the salary is direct labor cost. Example is school. Example, if we take the school, okay, now teachers are teaching, right? They are getting salary. That is called direct labor cost. Indirect labor cost means some school, some teachers does not teach, some teachers do not teach. Example, like principal he won't teach because he has to manage all the school, right? He doesn't have time to teach, meaning that he also getting salary. That means is getting salary indirectly. That means not involving in that product is a indirect labor cost. example now, another one example we can say, in the company, the organization or manufacturing company, the person who is producing the material is getting salary, direct salary. But some of them are supervisor. If you have the supervisor, he is not involving to the produce goods and services, right? He just supervising, okay, do this one. No, you have to make some quality more. Like that, they are explaining to you, they are just guiding you. And these people we call indirect labor cost. Clear? Right. Now, expenses cost. Direct expenses cost, indirect expenses cost. Direct expenses cost, simple example for these two. Okay? Simple example for these two. Now, royalty. If you take the royalty example, now say, we can take oil from the land. This is the land. Okay, someone has land. We are rent out to take the oil from the land. Okay, every 1 ton oil, we will give you $100. Okay, we have to pay them $100 every 1 ton. We are taking 10 ton. How much we have to pay? 1 ton is $100, mean $10. 10 ton is $1,000 we have to pay. Meaning that if we know 1 unit how much cost, if we know 1 unit cost is how much, that is called direct expenses method. But indirect expenses cost, we don't know 1 unit cost how much. Let's say example. Let's look at the example. This is the house. We rent out it. Okay. We rent out it. Okay. We are paying 1 year, 1 month, $10,000. How much rent we are paying? $10,000 for 1 month. Now, in this house, if you look at this, the rooms. Like this, okay. Now, this is a main hall or room, kitchen, whatever it is, doesn't matter. But now we are paying $10,000 for all house, right? My question is now, if you paying the $10,000, how much you are paying for this area, this room? Can you say? We cannot say. Why? Because we are paying $10,000 for full house, right? We won't pay like this. For this hall, this much, kitchen, this much, this room, this much, we are not paying like that. We are paying one time $10,000. Meaning that, can you find out how much for this, how much for this, how much for this? We cannot find it out. If we cannot find it out, this all is called indirect expenses. What is that? Indirect expenses. Direct expenses mean we can find out 1 unit cost how much. Indirect expenses, we cannot find out 1 unit expenses how much. Clear? Okay. Now, we'll continue with this now. After finding out all the concept of these three, now, if we add the all direct, we will get the direct cost or prime cost. If you add these all, you will get it overhead cost. Okay. Now, overhead cost can be divided into 3 major headings. Manufacture, overhead, administrative overhead, selling overhead. Okay, we have 3 different kind of the overhead. Manufacturing overhead, administrative overhead, selling overhead. See the difference now. Now the administrative overhead, selling overhead, you know already we have discussed in the income statement. Basic accounting. Number 2 we have discussed administrative overhead, selling overhead. That these two are income statement expenses. Okay. Now how we can find out these 3 different? Okay. We'll take one example now. I'm taking the indirect expenses, depreciation. You know the depreciation, right? Depreciation. There are three different kind of the assets we are using, fixed assets we are using. One is, let's say, machine. Okay. Second one is building, or you can say office. Building or office. Third one is motor or vehicle. Okay. Now basically where we use the machine? We need machine to produce the goods, right? The raw material can be transferred to converted to finishing goods. Okay. Now this machine we are going to using for manufacturing overhead. Meaning that machine depreciation comes under the manufacturing overhead. Now, office, building. This office we are using for the administrative purpose. Then the depreciation of the office or building, it goes under the administrative overhead. Now, motor vehicle we are using, motor depreciation we have to allocate to where? Motor we are using for the marketing purpose. Then we go with the selling overhead. See the different kind of the overhead from the indirect expenses cost. Now, all the prime cost we can say variable cost. Variable cost. Short form VC. All the prime costs are variable cost. All the prime costs are variable cost. Why variable cost? If you want to produce one unit, you need one raw material. Okay. If you want to produce one unit, you need one raw material. One raw material is $5. If you want to produce one unit, how much? $5. If you want to produce two, how much? $10. If you want to produce three, how much now? $15. Because we multiply this number. That means one unit you need $5, two unit $10. That means it's changing, keep on changing when you change the number of units. Right? When you change the number of units, what happened now? That variable cost is changing. That means total variable cost is changing. Total. Okay. Like that, here, direct material, direct labor, direct expense, if we use, we call variable cost. But if we take the manufacturing overhead, we have two types of the cost. One is manufacturing overhead, but this is variable manufacturing overhead. This is fixed manufacturing overhead. See, now if we take the manufacturing overhead example now, I just put it the example here to understand. Electricity expenses, right? Electricity, that is variable manufacturing overhead because it keep on changing. But rental for the factory is unchanged. That is mean fixed. That is mean rental. This is fixed. That's why we are calling fixed manufacturing overhead, variable manufacturing overhead. Same like that, we have to use here also administrative overhead also we have to. Variable administrative overhead, fixed administrative overhead. Same example, electricity for office. Because this we are using the office, no? Office. Building rental. This is factory rental. This one you can say, if you want, you can clearly say factory rental. Here building rental is fixed. Selling overhead also we can divide into two parts. Variable selling overhead, fixed selling overhead. Fixed selling overhead is what we can say, motor depreciation is fixed amount. The variable is sales commission. Sales commission, when you sell more, you will get the more commission. Okay. Now the last part here. Now all the direct cost plus the manufacturing overhead cost. All the direct, the prime cost plus the manufacturing overhead cost, we can call product cost. What is that? product cost. Then if we look at another two is there out of that. Okay, another two, what are those? Administrative overhead and selling overhead. These two not related to product, not related to producing the goods and services. Then we can call non-product cost. Non-product cost. Or you can say period cost. Period cost. See the difference now. This idea you have to keep it clearly because this is the one that we are going to discuss all over this subject. Okay, keep in mind what is explained here, what are the things very important. Keep it, or you read it again and keep in mind. Don't forget this concept. This is very important for the throughout the syllabus.